And while Congress lumbers towards a funding deadline next week, states across the country are focusing on how they can address federal issues without involving Washington. RFD-TV's Sarah Mock has that story.
Western states have been searching for years for a way to sidestep legal battles over endangered species that threaten greater sage grouse in particular.
The governor of Wyoming and other Western governors said there's got to be a better way than to end up managing this issue through the federal courts and through interveners. Let's collaborate.
Wyoming's governor agreed to make it a condition of operating in the state that if sage grouse habitat is disturbed, a company must offset the impact. That could be done by purchasing a credit, which essentially paid to preserve habitat elsewhere. The Upper Green River Conservancy in southwest Wyoming is helping connect the energy sector with ranchers interested in that kind of conservation.
Energy companies get an opportunity to do their work. Ranchers get an opportunity to earn extra income that may keep them on the ranch for another generation.
Wallace says lawmakers like the solution too, because it keeps issues in local rather than federal courts. Conservancy leaders believe they've created a true win-win, one that avoids many of the pitfalls of other conservation programs.
In the past, you might have had a buyer that came in and acquired a ranch, and the ranch is now no longer a ranch. It's maybe under conservation easement, maybe used for other activities, but our interest is actually in continuing to support the ranching.
This model is not new, Allen says, but the scope of the project is larger than any that has been attempted in the West so far, in part because of their partnership with Wyoming's energy sector. Those players say they're motivated to work with ranchers over other offset options.
In a small community like Wyoming, we can't afford to have conflict. We have got to be able to continue to work together to balance energy, agriculture, and our wildlife and natural resources.
Preserving the culture of ranching in the West is a critical part of the Conservancy's model, Allen says. And building alliances between two of Wyoming's biggest industries allows farmers to earn income for the important work they do preserving America's natural resources. For RFD-TV, I'm Sarah Mock in Washington.
Thank you, Sarah. Well, Wyoming's collaborative conservation model is still in its early stages, but they've received important support from USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service to get started.